Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start the first lesson of class 12 CBSE that we follow. There is Human Geography, Nature and Scope. This lesson is in the Human Geography book of class 12 that we follow in CBSE, Human Geography. So first we need to understand about geography. Already we know that geography has been divided into two distinct branches. First we'll discuss that, then we'll go to one branch of geography, that is human geography. So first we will study about the branches of geography. Already in class 11 we have studied a little bit about the branches of geography. Here we will see geography has basically two distinct or two very broad branches. One is physical geography, other is human geography. So geography has its broad branches, that is physical and human. So in human geography we study climate, soil, then all the physical features of the art, or all the physical features that is related with the art. Then in human geography we study everything related with human being, that is like population growth, then cultures of human being, where they stay, what food they eat, all these things we study in human geography. But the main question here is geography is mainly related with physical features of the art or the human being. So as the definition of geography is to study the physical features of the art related with human being, to study all the human related matters. So geography is basically the study of human beings. So geography is the study of human beings. So to study about human being, we need to study all the things that is related or that affect human. For here I have written, geography is the study of human being and all the things that is related to human being or that affect human being. For example, the climate, the soil, then where to build house, roads, everything, these all things affect human being. It is for this reason we need to study everything that is related with the human being. So for this purpose, though geography is the study of human being or human phenomena, but still then we need to study physical geography. Physical geography already we have studied, but now we are coming back to the main branch of geography, that is human geography. So here in this class basically we will start, we will have a very broad branch of human geography. This is main geography, we can say actually. After knowing about the branches of geography or important branch of geography, there has always been an important question that has been fluctuating in the field of geography, that whether we should give more importance to the study of nature or we should give more importance to the study of human being. There are also people who used to ask question about studying nature in geography. Why do we need to study nature in geography? We are only related with human being, so we should study human part of everything. But it is always very important that human and nature is never separate. They are not two elements. They are always related with each other. Nature has its meaning. Nature has its importance only when there is human being. So wherever there is human being, there is nature, or when there is nature, there is human being. Human being can only survive or can live on this earth with the help of nature. So together this nature and human being, it together have come up with a new concept that is called as human anatomy, when human being relates with the nature. Now let us little bit study about what is human anatomy. So let us see what is human anatomy. So study of geography or the man-human relationship is also described as human anatomy. Human anatomy is the total relationship between man and environment, or the environmental phenomena that is expressed according to the human being. For example, here some examples are given, like we normally say that the face of the art. Art don't actually have face. Face actually human being have. But we use this face word with the art. So it makes something like human being. So the eye of the storm it usually don't have an eye. Human being have eye, but this is in use of expression. It is known as, in English it is known as metaphor. So the mouth of the river, actually river don't have a mouth, but human being have a mouth, but it is related with. These are some of the examples which makes clear that human and nature, or human being or the nature, is not separate entity. It is always linked with each other. So the German geographers have also put forward many theories which gave that, they say that a state means a country, a nation, is always, they say it to be a living organism. According to this, it is a different theory, but here we need to study that state is also said to be a living organism. So from here it is clear that man and nature is not separate. This human anatomy brings man and nature together. Man and nature all are interrelated or interdependent with each other. Neither man nor nature can exist without each other. Next, let us come to the definitions of human geography. So many geographers have defined human geography differently, but in the book it has only 3 important definitions are given. Here the first definition that is given by Rajya. So human geography is the synthetic study of relationship between human societies and earth surface. So here, as we know, human geography is the study of relationship between man and the environment, human being and the environment. Now the relationship remains the same for very long. That we will study later. So here the most important word that is given is synthetic. Now synthetic, what does it mean? Synthetic means artificial, which is made by man. So here by the word synthetic, it means, rest part of the geography, it is definition, it is says about the relationship between man and environment. The type of relationship, how it is, we'll discuss later. So but the type of relationship is what? It is synthetic relationship. It is artificial relationship. That means the relationship, though we study or not, but the relationship will always be there. It will be always be there whether we study or not. We have started studying this human geography now, or we have started studying the relationship between man and environment now. But the relationship was there when the human being first came to this earth. So the study that we do is artificial. It is not natural. We do it artificially. But the relationship exists from the very past. This is synthetic word in this definition. That means the what called most important. Now the relationship between human societies and earth surface. That is what we need to study the next part. So the type of relationship that is between human being and the environment. That is a very important relationship. The type of relationship that we find. So for example, for every need of human being, we need to depend on the environment. For the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the things or utensils we use, either it is made of wood or other minerals, or indirectly also we are dependent on the environment. For example, the fan, the light that we use, everything depends on electricity, and electricity basically comes from the environment. So there is a direct or also an indirect relationship with man and environment. So studying this relationship between man and environment is done in human geography. And here in this definition it is said that this study is synthetic, that is artificial. It is not natural, that is not from the very past. The second important definition that is given in the book, it is given by Ellen Churchill Semple, an American geographer, lady geographer. She said that human geography is the study of the relationship between the changing relationship between the unresting man and the unstable earth. Here 3 things are important, 3 words are important. First is changing relationship, then unresting man and the unstable earth. Now, here if we study, put focus first the changing relationship. The relationship between man and environment never remains the same. For example, the relationship that was between man and environment relationship that was 50 years back from now is not the same that is at present. For example, 50 years back, very few houses might have got electricity. So many people, they used to have hand fan. So the relationship was totally different. So many were directly dependent on agriculture. They ate food that they directly came from agriculture. But nowadays, at present, after 50 years, if we see many people, they are dependent on agriculture but not directly. That is indirectly. That is packeted food. From agriculture it goes to industry, then only it comes to me. That is indirectly. We are not dependent on the hand fan. We are dependent on electricity, that is AC or ceiling fan or table fan, which runs on electricity, and that is we are indirectly related with the environment. That the relationship does not remain the same. Even today, the type of relationship that is between man and environment will not be the same. After again 50 years, it will go on totally changing. So this relationship goes on changing with the passes of time. Secondly, unresting man, that is man also never remains at the same place. For example, in respect with man, if you compare other animals, the most civilized animal after man is monkey. But the monkey has been in its own position where it was 100 years, 200 years, 1000 years back. Only it know to eat, to find food and eat, nothing else. So till today it have not even found out how to wear clothes. But human being has never been in that position. Human being has always used its brain, and it has found some new things, and it has always used its brain and always have tried to come up, to develop itself. So human being never remain in its same position. It has always been changing and try to change itself. So it is said that man is unresting, it never remains in the same place. So the type of agriculture that we have been doing from the very past, it has also been changing. There are now many hybrid varieties. In every other field, if you see, human being has never satisfied with the same brand for a very long time. It has always been changing. So the third point is that unstable art. The art is also never stable at the same position. The type of the path through which the river flow at present will not be the same after 20 years. Or before 100 years, the river through where it was flowing is not the same path that it is flowing now. It has always been changing. The place where there was a mountain 500 years, maybe today there is no mountain. To the place where there is a mountain today, maybe after 500 years there may be no mountain. So no one knows how the environment changed itself. The type of climate that was there 500 years back in any place of the earth will not be is not the same at present. And the type of climate that is at present will not be the same in the future. So the environment or the earth surface also never remains at the same place. So it goes on changing and goes on changing. So this all three changing. If you see, basically these two words also means changing only. That is unresting and unstable. It also goes on changing only. That is here it is used changing. So basically it means that all three components that goes on changing, they interrelate with each other, they are interdependent with each other, and studying this relationship is the work of human geography. So the third definition, it is little bit complicated, and the sum up of the before two definitions we have already studied. So it is given by Vital de la Plessis, one of the very famous geographer. So he said that studying geography is the conception resulting from the more synthetic knowledge, the physical laws governing our art, and the relation between our living beings which inhabit it. So here the important thing is first is synthetic knowledge. So whatever idea or whatever knowledge we have gained about the environment, that is by studying it with the help of the equipment that we use at present. So the different kind of equipment that we use at present, by using all this equipment we get the ideas about the environment, the nature. We came to know it very closely, and we know all these laws, physical laws, very closely now. Before, people were afraid of the environment because they did not know the environment very well. But with the help of the modern equipments, now we are able to know it very good, very well. So we know it very closely now. So we are not afraid of our environment. So the physical laws that governs the art, we know it very well now with the help of the synthetic study. And geography, that is the work of geography to study the art, and with the help of that knowledge, that the art and the living being that stay on this art. So we study this relationship between the art here and the living being that stay on this art. The work of human geography is to study the relationship between the art and the living being. Our work is to study this relationship with the help of the synthetic knowledge that we have gained about the environment. Here 4 things are there, that is added. Here one is we study of relationship is there. Then we need to study the relationship between the living being and the art. Okay. Then here we need to use the knowledge that we have gained by the synthetic study with the equipments that have newly come into the field of geography, with the help of which we have found different ideas, different knowledge about the environment. We came to know about the environment very well.